I have something I'm gonna add, please.
Sure.
So, sitting up here, you know, there was some similar comments said up here last month. I didn't say anything last month. You know, I let the citizens to have their say on what they want to talk about, but this month I'm gonna address this. So, the individual who just spoke up there, um, has spoke for a couple months now, leaves out some key details that I think I'm going to acknowledge. First of all, I want to make it absolutely clear. I'm a traditional conservative Christian. I don't buy in and support the left-wing ideology. I don't buy into the pride. I don't buy into the drag story hour. I don't buy into the, you know, drag queens for kids. I don't buy into all that. So if you're someone who supports that and you're coming onto my page looking for a conflict, you're more than likely going to find it because I don't support it. I'm very vocal about it. I speak my piece on how I feel about living in a traditional conservative community. You're coming looking to get your feelings hurt. And if you stay long enough, you're going to get them hurt because I'm not going to sugarcoat what I say. You spoke about a couple comments that were made, but you totally left it out of context. You're coming onto my page looking for a conversation, asking your own inappropriate questions. And then when you get questions returned to you, you throw your hands up and throw a tantrum about it. That's not the way it works. If you want to come and have a genuine conversation with me, we'll have a conversation, but don't start getting upset and making a big deal about it when you disagree with what I have to say in return. So I'm going to state that for the record for you and your attorneys and everybody else that you get involved. Second, after last month, there was an issue that had come up that I was offended by as a council member and as a taxpayer. Everyone, as Charlize mentioned before, it is Pride Month, and I was offended and upset that our local Muncie Delaware County Visitors Bureau used taxpayer dollars to sponsor an event for drag queens, where the proceeds of that event was going to an organization that supports drag shows for children and in front of children. I, as a taxpayer and as a county council member, don't agree with using taxpayer dollars for that purpose. I was upset about it. I emailed all my fellow council members, including every elected official, to express my concerns about using taxpayer dollars to go to something that maybe 5% of the population supports and pushes. That's my own opinion. I could be wrong on that number, but we're a traditional conservative community. And I had a couple state legislators reached out to me and they did a little bit of an investigation into it. I actually reached out to our council attorney to see if we could put some restrictions in place because we allocate those funds for the Visitors Bureau. The innkeeper tax money, we allocate that to the Visitors Bureau. And I wanted to put in some rules in place to say that no tax dollars will go towards any adult convention, porn conventions, drag conventions, anything like that. Unfortunately, with the way that they're set up with how they do their budgeting, the only way that can be done is during the budget meetings. And it's a little tricky with them because last year they submitted a budget where instead of it being individual line items, Jessica, you was here. I don't know if you remember, it was just like one big dollar amount where everything is all encompassing. So
they're a 501(c) now.
Yeah, so I don't really know how that works, but I will say that without giving up any names, you know, the state legislators that I spoke with said they plan on introducing a bill to making that a state law for no innkeeper's tax to be able to go to any adult type of business going forward. You know, support what you want to support in private life, but it shouldn't be used taxpayer money to do things like that. So I'm not going to continue going on each month. You're welcome to come up here every month, say whatever you got to say. You're a citizen, and that's your right to do so. But you're not going to back me in the corner where I sit and cower because I'm worried about you coming up here and telling on me to the fellow council members. They're all aware that I speak my mind. I'm very open about it. I'm very respectful about it. But I do have my position, and I'm not going to silence on that position. And it may disagree with you and others, and that's okay.
All right.
Thank you.